Hi, it's Wanda from Alanda Craft, and today I'm going to review and demonstrate the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. Now, you can make envelopes to suit all those odd size cards that you have and also regular sized envelopes. So it has over 60 different sizes, so let's have a look at it. So what came in the box? Well, we got the envelope punch board and a scoring tool which fits beautifully in the side, so we're not going to lose it. We received a sheet of paper with some directions. There's also directions written on the board itself. Now our board has got inches written on it, but we're in Australia, so we've also received a sticky label that we could put over there to work in centimetres, and our instruction sheet has also got centimetres on this side. Now if you're in the US, I'm not sure what you'll get on here, maybe inches, but the board itself is in inches. Now the great thing about this is that the instructions or directions are all on the board. So I know that the first thing I need to do is select my card size. So I come down here and I can see that there's a card size of all different sizes, dimensions. So I'm going to select card size 5x7. Now the next step is I need to trim my paper to the correct paper size. Now as I'm selecting a 5x7, I need to cut my paper at 9.5 by 9.5. But if you've chosen another size card, then you'll choose the appropriate paper size from the column that's next to it. Now I've already cut my paper 9.5 by 9.5. So our next step is to align the left edge to the score line. So I need to find out what my score line is. So I come down to the chart and I'm making a 5x7 card and a 9.5 by 9.5 paper size, which I've already cut, and it says that my score line is 4. So I'm going to slip my piece of paper in under the score guide and line it up the top here with the 4. Okay. Now the next thing I need to do is to punch. Okay, and I need to score, so punch and score. So I put the knife into by the score guide, and I just bring it down. Don't press too heavy. Okay, and you find, well, I've found that if I lean it when I'm starting against here, against this part of the guide, then it tends to fall nicely into the score guide. So now I take that out and I'm going to rotate my paper 90 degrees counterclockwise. So not clockwise, counterclockwise. Now the next thing to do is to align the score line that I've already made. I'm going to align it with the score guide. I'm going to punch, and again I'm going to pop my little tool, lean it against the edge, and I'm going to just score again. And we keep doing that. So again, counterclockwise, line up your score line with the score guide and punch. And we keep doing this all the way around. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to round our corners. So here we go. To do that, I'd simply turn the board around, and here is our rounded corners punch here. And I take each of these pieces, each of the corners, pop them in there, and punch them. And see how beautifully that's rounded the corners? I'm going to do that on each of them. There we go. Okay, so now we come to the final step, which is folding and gluing. I'm not going to glue, but we're just going to fold the bottom up and give it a finger press, bring in the sides, and then we have the top. So it makes a really nice envelope, looks good. But one thing I would do next time is I would place my paper in face side down like this, so that I can get my score lines on the inside rather than the outside. I think it makes it easier to find the score line, and it would make a sharper crease. So that's just a little tip that I would do. But apart from that, very pleased with it. I'm not too sure how it would go with these sizes larger than a 5x7 because you're going off the board, so that could be a bit tricky. But I think most of the sizes that people use, and I know most of the sizes we use, will be in these first three columns, first columns anyway. But yeah, give it a thumbs up. I really like it.